When I tell you, honey, I sat with this for a couple of days before I can even really talk about this the way I want to talk about this. I don't even know where to start, y'all. Sweetheart, I really don't. And y'all know, I always know where to start. But this one right here, this one really got me all the way effed up. Brandy Norwood, the same Brandy that was sitting on top of the world. Literally, that was the name of her album, right? Now, she looked like she about to float away. And honey, I'm not trying to be funny about this. I ain't trying to drag her. I really ain't. But because when I look at them pictures from Mississippi, when I look at her at that ceremony they threw for her in her hometown, my stomach dropped. Not because she's skinny. People be skinny, y'all. People be doing, going through things. I get that. People be eating different, living different, whatever. But this ain't that. This looked like something else. And I kept asking myself, why now? Why right now when Clyde Davis just passed away? Why right now when all them secrets supposed to be buried with him, right? See, that's what they don't want us to connect. They want us to look at Brandy and say, oh, she's getting older. Oh, she's getting just healthy. Oh, she's eating her vegetables. No. Because the same people telling you she just healthy are the same people who is at the Grammy party downstairs while Whitney Houston was laying dead in that bathtub 4 floors up. The same people, the same vampires, okay? And I'm going to tell you something else. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in patterns. I've always told y'all that. And the patterns here is ugly. Brandy was in that hotel room, the Beverly Hilton, the same hotel she heard the paramedics in the elevator. Hurry up, she's not breathing. She told that story herself. She was getting ready for Clyde's party, and then her mama called and told her Whitney Houston was gone. Now, I watched that interview. The one they did after, where Brandy talking about how she fell to the floor and crying for weeks. And I looked at her face while she was saying that. And I don't know, man. I just don't know. Something in my gut said, that ain't grief. That looked like relief. That looked like somebody who just got told the secret keeper died. Okay? And I know that sound harsh, y'all. I know. And I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. But I'm from where I'm from. And I know what guilt look like. I know what carrying something heavy looks like. And Brandy been carrying something heavy for a long time, y'all. Press 7 if you do agree. Because Whitney gave her a note. A note. Whitney Houston, the greatest voice of our lifetime, passed Brandy a note and made her swear on everything she loved that she would never reveal what was in it. Brandy said she taken it to her grave. But here's the thing. Clyde Davis knew. Clyde Davis knew everything. That man was a vault. That man in control of all of her money, all of her finances, all of her secrets. And now he's gone. Now that vault, honey, it's open. And people starting to connect the dots that was never supposed to be connected. Whitney Houston death, Ray J, Brandy's brother, the note, the party that did not stop. Y'all remember when they said Brandy felt like she had to protect Ray J from Whitney? That if Ray J kept messing with Whitney, he was going to end up dead or in jail. Now, why would a 16-year-old girl, barely able to contain herself when she first met Whitney, shaking like a leaf, saying, I just hope she's nice to me. Why would that same girl grow up to feel like she got to protect her brother from the woman she idolized? Huh? Because she knew something. She knew Ray J was running his mouth, pillow talking, telling Whitney what Clyde was planning, what Brandy and Monica was planning, and Whitney was not stupid, honey. Whitney wrote it all down, and she passed that note to Brandy like, here, you hold this. You know what you did. And if things don't go my way tonight, everything get exposed. The relationship with Mace, Sean, all them rappers, all the dirt, and allegedly, Monica put it down on Clyde too. Hello. Now that's a rumor, honey. That's all alleged. But we talking about patterns, remember? Then the Cinderella happened. Remember that Cinderella movie? Whitney wanted to play Cinderella herself. She struck with that project for what, 4 years? 4 years. Then she decided, nah, let me be the fairy godmother. Let Brandy wear the glass slipper. But then Brandy went and picked an Asian man to play her prince. Now y'all know Whitney loved her black men. That was no secret. And when Brandy made that choice, word on the street, and this is alleged, this is what people been saying for years, Whitney slapped the taste out of Brandy's mouth, girl. Just slapped her on set for selling out the worst way possible. And I don't know if that's true, but I know Brandy and Ray J don't see the eye to this day. I know that for a fact. Family reunions gonna be hell, y'all. The whole Norwood family caused more pain than you know what. And I'm gonna leave that alone. But here's what I can't live alone. They honored Brandy in Mississippi, gave her a key to the county. First time ever. She donated Moesha Artifacts, her first album, and and her first dial. Remember that dial? Her mama was right there. Brandy said, I don't need no Rolls Royce. Pike County is good enough for me. And I felt that. I really did. Because that's home. That's real. But then I looked at her. And I looked at her again. And I thought about what stress do to the body. You know? What secret do to the body. You know? What carrying the weight of dead woman's last words do to a body. Honey, you will be sickly too. And that's what the original creator said. And I hate to agree with them on anything, but honey, look, you will be sickly too if the man who held all your secrets died. If the note you swore to take to your grave was about to become public knowledge because the only person who knew what was in it is now on the ground. Do you know, what's his name? Jermaine Dupri just found out he owed $18 million after somebody died. All the secrets starting to come out. That's how it works. That's how it always worked. The keeper dies, the vault cracks open. And Brandy looked like she's waiting for that vault to open. She looked like she's been waiting for years. Now, I ain't saying she had Whitney killed. I ain't saying that. I don't believe that. I don't think Brandy really got that in her. But I do think she knows some stuff. I do think she was in the rooms she shouldn't have been in. I do think she protected Ray J when she should have helped, just let his ass fall. That's what I really think. And I do think that note that Whitney gave her is the key to everything. I'm not going to lie about that. All right. So, honey, it is a lot going on, but I definitely wanted to leave y'all with that. And I wanted to know, what would y'all think? Ray J running from that hotel, and now Brandy is fading away. and tell me that ain't connected. You tell me that don't stink. Because to me, it stinks high heaven. It stinks like a cover up. It stinks like a secret dying with the wrong people. It stinks like a woman who's been carrying a note for 30 years and now the only person who knew what it said is dead and she got to decide. Do I take this to my grave like I promised, or do I finally let it out before it eats me alive? And I think it's eating her ass alive. I think that's why she looked like that. I think that's why she went home to Mississippi. I think that's why she let them honor her. I think that's she's trying to hold on to something real before everything fakes come crashing down, y'all. Because when Clyde Davis died, something shifted. The vote cracked and everybody who is in that vote is shaking. Brandy, Ray J, Monica, all of them. I don't know what's in that note. I probably would never will. Brandy said she taking it to her grave. But sweetheart, you looking like you're closer to that grave than you think. So here's what I want y'all to do. Don't make fun of her. Don't do it. That's not what this is about. This is about seeing the whole picture. This is about understanding that the music vampire, that Hollywood is a graveyard with good lighting, and that the same people who was partying while Whitney died are the same people who gonna throw a tribute when Brandy go. And honey, they gonna act like they care. They gonna act like they didn't see it coming. They gonna act like they didn't help push her to the damn edge. But honey, we see it. We see the pattern and we see the weight. We see Brandy Norwood, legend, icon, secret keeper, fading right in front of us. And the only question left is, what is in that damn note? And why, and will she live long enough for us to find out? Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. Brandy, we see you regardless of what you're going through. But baby, you're going to have to let that weight go before it takes you with it, okay?